Hi, this is Parker over at Sizeware, and I'll be going over a quick field development video. With the field development tool being able to be a completely standalone tool, I just wanted to show and mention some of the value that other producers have found useful when using this tool for their unconventional planning. Now, I've gone ahead and created a few scenarios just so we can compare some drilling techniques and see which might be the most cost effective and allow us to make better business decisions. So right off the bat, you're going to see some well pads in black, which are going to be the directional surveys of already drilled wells. And then here in blue over here in the bottom, you're going to see some well pads that are going to be our scenario 1 well pads. So I've stuck to stamping down three-legged wells with this scenario because I noticed that the producers in this area are pulling away from building kind of these typical one-legged well pads and moving to three-legged ones, which I assume is to cut down on costs associated with building additional pads. The goal with the scenario 1 well pads, the ones in blue, was kind of emulate some of these three-legged well pads that have already been drilled and follow those typical techniques for the area. But due to some surface constraints, we aren't fully optimizing our reserves, such as you can see on the left-hand side, we're losing some laterals over here on well pad 9 and 8. Now, if I go ahead and toggle on both scenario 1 and 2, now you're going to see some well pads that are going to be in red. So with these scenario 2 well pads, I went ahead and incorporated some back building in order to maximize our production and extend those laterals. I noticed that the three-legged wells that have already been built are facing east-west, but another benefit of this tool is that it allows me to quickly test what things would change if I adjusted the reserves to be north-south instead. So I'm going to go ahead and toggle off scenario 1, so we're just looking at scenario 2 now, and then we're going to take a look at our 3D viewer. So another benefit of this tool is that the 3D viewer allows you to really see how these plans are accurate laterals and not just sticks on a map. And it really allows you to get those good reserve estimates through the accurate MDs and lateral lengths that you're receiving. So if I go ahead and pan around in the 3D viewer for just a bit, just so you can kind of see the grid, some of the wells, some of the legs, and our cultures. And now I'm going to jump back into our 2D viewer, and we're going to take a look over here in the bottom right, our stats section. So over here in our stats section, you'll find the total number of pads, the wells, the total lateral length, and the total MD for all of the well pads associated with scenario 2. And if I wanted to switch to scenario 1, I can easily just click from the drop-down menu. And then when I'm comparing scenario 1 versus scenario 2, you'll notice that the total lateral length is almost the same. You do get a little bit more in scenario 2, but you also get a little bit of an increase in the total MD. You do have one less well, which might cut down the costs, and the same number of pads. So again, this just allows me to test these different scenarios. It's something I wouldn't know unless I was able to kind of stamp these down and try different options. And then under our detailed statistics in the very bottom right, you'll find every minute detail about the wells that we've created, which allows you to gather your MDs, your lateral length, your XYs, your kickoff points, and ensure that you're planning realistic wells. So all in all, you can test these different scenarios for your plots of land and see which options allow you to make the best business decision, and due to its ability to be a standalone tool, it can be used in conjunction with any geoscience package and not just our own. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I hope you have a great day.